Dooney approaches and comes to a stop next to the rocking chair. With surprising dexterity, the old woman whips out a small blade and makes a cut on his arm, a single viscous drop of cactus juice falling into this cup. "Drink it," she says, "and see."
What does the liquid look like? Why does she want me to drink it?
Roll an insight check for me.
I got an 18.
You hesitate for a moment, looking at her wrinkled hands cupping this yellow clay fire cup and the murky water within. Then you look and see her eyes. They are wet and round and sincere.
I'll take the cup.
You spin the cup slightly, and the liquid sloshes about with the consistency of muddy water. "Drink it and see, Funnell, see."
I guess I take a drink.
You swallow. The potion tastes of damp bark and is warm down your throat and settles in nauseously in your stomach. You begin to heave, but as you breathe, a tingling sensation creeps in through your fingers, cold and icy, washing over you as if the eucalyptus leaves of a gum tree coated the insides of your veins. Each beat of your heart, ba-boom, ba-boom, is colder and colder, harder and harder, and sends you further and further from yourself as your vision vignettes and darkness closes around you. You are standing in void. There is nothing. There is no ground. But in the corner of your vision, you see a tiny pinprick of white light. Weightless, you turn your consciousness towards it, and what was this small bead of light glows brighter and brighter and brighter until it rushes past and envelops you completely. In the torrent of light, you feel wind on your face. You take a huge breath and breathe and are overwhelmed with the pure ecstasy of raw, unbounded life. You blink, and to your virgin eyes the world is hard coming at first, but form is made from the light. Soon you see you are miles above the ground, tearing through the air at an impossible speed above an endless expanse of rippling white sand, though you yourself fly incorporeal and unresisted by the atmosphere. But your attention is drawn to your left. As you zoom across the scape, you see 5 massive orbs of multichromatic light, 4 smaller running along the dunes, sculpting grand structures of impossible geometry from the earth, and 1 gargantuan orb hovering above them all with threads of tangible light strung to each, binding them in an unstrung spool to which their spectral essence connects. You approach and see a towering vertical column of water, impossibly contained, seething, stretching into the heavens. As you gaze upon them, you see, in parallel, their births and unanimous destructions. And though at distance you try to grab at a thread, trying to keep hold of this moment, to tether you to this primordial ecstasy, you're falling fast and far away. And soon, of a sudden, you find yourself not falling. You stand atop a dune's cusp, looking out at an oasis in the middle of a great orange desert. You see people playing and swimming in this green, lush oasis, races of every kind and creed, people you have not seen in a very, very long time. Funnell, your people. You feel a hand on your shoulder. You turn and look up into the eyes of your mother. "Go on," she says. "Be a part and play." You look back down the dune at the oasis and see it is dry and dusty, with the bones of your clan half buried. You see tracks of cracked earth leading deliberately away from the scene, leading to you, where you stand. You turn back to your mother, but instead of her kind face, you see a monster. A mutant feline figure with bony, outspread wings, blocking the sun and bathing you in shadow. Its face nearly presses against yours, its slit pupil eyes alight with a magmatic heat. It smiles, revealing a terrifying set of bloody pointed fangs, and speaks, "And where, pray tell, were you?" Before you can step back, its mouth opens and clamps down on you. You feel the ecstasy of life leave your body until you are obscured in a cold and dry darkness. This darkness is different than before. Though silent, there is a texture to the air. You stick out your hand and feel grainy particulates whipping sidelong, soundless by some sourceless wind. Arm extended, you see your hand is bathed in a faint red light. You turn and see the only form in this silent darkness. Above you, the fiery red rim of an eclipse. You stand there watching, now acutely aware of the scent of ash. Any primordial ecstasy once felt has transmute to dread. Emerging from the shadow, silhouetted in red, is something you recognize. It is Dooney. Very slowly he walks up to you, looking at you in that strange way he does. He extends his arm and offers you his hand. Will you take it?
I do.
You take it, and he turns around and leads you under the eclipse.